taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? Shuttleworth the guy, the GOAT artist, aka LB, Lauderdale boss. One time for ringgangradio.com. Right off.
Yes,
World
sir.
is a op. Out now. You know what the deal is. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Ringing in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good, yo? Y'all already know who this is. Your boy, King Peebo. They got box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go.
Yes, sir. King P. Bodega P. So who's banned from the bodega this week?
I have given everyone a grace period because I am in a good mood. It's the holiday spirits, so that's my gift to all of y'all. All of y'all nobody's banned from the bodega, so we'll see how things go after the holidays. But I'm in a giving mood, so that's my gift. Everybody's welcome.
Hey, that's positive. Just don't steal shit, though. You know, get your hand chopped off. Like Saudi
Start
Arabia.
letting you niggas in, and then motherfuckers like, oh, I see this. Like, yeah.
Nah, none of that, yo. So don't take advantage of that of King P's kindness. And last, but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's fly? It's your boy Conscious Pod, aka the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender preparing for liftoff. Destination from Ring Radio. Let's fly.
Yes, sir. Conscious Pilot, staying elevated above the clouds. I know he's a little bit under the weather, but that's all right because he's a soldier. That's what it is. That's how we do around here, man.
He's a survivor.
Under the weather, but above the clouds. Let's get it.
There you go. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
getting higher.
That's also probably true.
As so above, so below.
Yo, silly ass, yo. But yeah, no, we had a fairly entertaining card this past weekend. I think we should jump right into the main event one with Frank Martin and Michel Rivera. When most of us, obviously, if you heard our preview, we were making predictions. I think LB was the only one who actually predicted Martin winning, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I said actually Frank Martin by like 11th round KO or 12th round KO, but yeah. I gave my reason why too,
Yeah, you're the one who actually picked Martin, but you didn't get the prediction, but you actually were the one that actually picked him.
Yeah. Finally, because I feel like I was getting fights wrong for a little minute, but closed the year out with a good one, so it's like, all right,
Yeah, and the funny thing is too is like, I didn't expect that fight to have that much separation. Like, I was like,
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Obviously, usually, I know it happens a bunch of sometimes. If you pair the prospects up, sometimes you might get a close fight, and then or sometimes they'll just someone will show a complete level. This was a complete, absolute level. Like,
I was expecting like a Josito Lopez, Jesse Vargas type of fight with one dude kind of pushing it toward the end, making him like being the clear winner and getting the stoppage. But you're getting a good type of like a good 6 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 3 type of fight until that happens. But nah, not this one.
Yeah, no. Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin. He arrived on the world scene, on what we're seeing with his performance, man.
Nigga showed up like Black Adam. The fuck?
Yeah. Yo, facts.
Basically.
Yeah, my man came in there, and the speed, the movement, the jabs, the
aggression,
the
footwork.
Yeah,
that was
pivots.
That was arguably performance of the year. The blank undefeated dude younger than you. 10-0 shit.
Low key, a lot of niggas was really pulling for it.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna. It was apparent though. I was wrong right away.
Yeah, I picked Rivera because Rivera for the most part, he did have an educated jab, and he does have a little pop too. So it wasn't like Michel was. I mean, it wasn't like Michel Rivera is a complete bum. He's not even then.
Nah, we seen him develop. Like he looked more like a complete boxer than Frank Martin. Like he really was a toss up.
The last fight against Marinas, he looked. Be honest, Frank Martin looked a little pedestrian against Marinas until he stopped him.
People keep saying that. Like he looked like okay. Like, out of 1 through 10.
Well, to be fair, Pilot, Marinas is not a bad boxer himself. No. And that fight was taken on like 2 weeks, like 2 days notice. Like he was short. Marinas was short notice. So
he looked like about a 7 in that fight. Like, and then he closed the show. So if you look, so it's like you get an extra point for that because we know there's mad niggas who look pedestrian or a little average, and you hear that final bell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Martin, there was nothing pedestrian about it. Like, basically, Martin put everything together and just laid a steady whooping on Rivera, and that's not hyperbole, people.
No.
Like, that's it.
Rivera kept trying though, but it just he landed a few good shots too. He landed some good right hands.
That's just the key.
Rivera kept trying, but I gotta be honest. It seemed like Rivera fought like he never fought a southpaw before in his life. Like, like I was waiting for him to like just move to your left, and he never did. I was like, what is going on? But I'm not taking away.
He only really tried the right hand either. Like I was waiting for the left hook to kind of get more into the game as well. But then, like you said, like if you move left, you can kind of do that a little better.
Right.
The hook don't come off against a southpaw like that, moving right. Like so.
He also, I mean, I'm just like I said, I'm not trying to down Rivera because I like him as a fighter. He's a very good fighter. But like it was just like I said, it also seemed like he didn't know how to deal with somebody more athletic than him, and it was funny because I was having a conversation with my buddy about this. Not too long ago, before the Frank Martin Rivera fight, and he was telling me something along the lines of, I don't care how great a boxer is technically, I want to see him and see if he can do it against somebody that's just as or more athletic than him. And he was right. Like sometimes you don't know what somebody's athleticism, like they don't know how to do shit with that. So I mean, Frank had everything, so it wasn't just the athletics.
Because you see the way prospects are matched up, they're not really matched up with guys who are more athletic than them. The prospect is usually the more athletic guy. So yeah, I can see where he's coming from.
Yeah, basically it's like, I mean, at the best they're good, capable fighters, but they're just not gifted as athletically. And I think that was the most case with Rivera. Like Rivera was more gifted athletic than a lot of his comp until he met someone who was more athletic than him. But
I think strategy and skill affected him more than the athleticism.
No, I agree, because there were times where Rivera was actually being defensively responsible, but he couldn't hit the guy. He couldn't turn it into any good offense. And then Martin was just tattooing his face.
No,
he just kept being there.
No, LB, I'm not saying that it was all athleticism from Frank. I'm just saying that the way that Rivera fought made me seem like he's not used to dealing with somebody athletic like that. I agree with you. I agree with you. I know it wasn't all athleticism. Like I know that had to play a part in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like Frank beat him with like strategy, skill, talent, athleticism. That's why I kind of low-key agree with what's his name, Pilot, when he said it's like it could be like the performance of the year, like literally, like there's only two other maybe three more performances that I found more impressive. Hector Garcia, Lee Wood, and Jamel Charlo. That's it.
Right. Jamel for me.
Yeah, it's probably Jamel. Yeah, but I mean
Hector too. Hector or Jamel, one of those two. But Frank is right up there too after that. So
Frank is top 5 with that, because you it's like everything had his own context. Like Jamel, to me, like his shit was crazy, but I felt like it's like That's a fight. That's a tale of two fights type of thing.
Right.
Lee Wood was great because he had to fight someone more athletic than him.
Yeah, exactly.
and talented. He actually did what niggas wanted Rivera to do.
Exactly.
and with less talent, because let's be honest, like Rivera is more talented than Lee Wood.
He is. But
Yeah.
Lee Wood is just a determined motherfucker, man. With
That Frank Martinism.
yeah, exactly.
And Rivera's like athletic as well, so it's like damn, like to get undressed like that, because like Rivera only won like maybe 2 rounds to me, if that.
Honestly, I think he
maybe not even that. Like
one maybe, one at the most. But it was just it was undressing, and yeah, Martin put everything together, and that knockdown was beautiful. The left-right combination that put him on his ass, like
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was just like, god damn, like Rivera, and as the fight going, I mean, I think I don't think no one was telling him anything in Rivera's corner was telling him shit, because he made no adjustment. No
adjustments.
He didn't make no. I mean, he didn't know how to fight a southpaw, and probably didn't get the type of training that he needed to fight a southpaw, and then he couldn't figure out how to make an adjustment other than trying to slip punches, but he couldn't turn into anything, and then Frank would just go on just being aggressive and just tattooing his face.
Yeah, and on the flip side, I mean, Derek James definitely proved like trainer of the year this year.
Easy.
Yeah.
I mean, because there had to be a game. I mean, to nullify the jab like that off the onset, there had to be a game plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I told y'all niggas, once Frank Martin nullified a jab, once he take Rivera jab away, that's when the fight. You'll see who's the better fighter. Look what happened.
And the funny thing is, you mentioned Derek James. And I do agree he's the trainer of the year. But it's funny because this fighter he has is honestly more defensively sound than the other ones who are bigger names. Like Frank was defensively sound, had great head movement. Like he
had great everything, dude. The footwork and the pivots. Yeah. When he was busting out those pivots, I was thinking back to Pacquiao Claudio, how Pacquiao was just literally darting in around a 360 degree, 180 degree angle, just ripping shots, combos from left to right. Like Frank Martin was doing all of that shit.
Yeah, and he did that. He made Rivera's footwork. I mean, I thought Rivera always had decent feet, but Rivera he made Rivera's footwork look like pedestrian. Like,
and he nullified.
He nullified the jab within like 3 rounds, and then the footwork by the 6th round. Like that's how.
Damn, it's like Frank Martin was like nullifying different fighters. Like he took away the Golovkin jab. Took away the Miguel Vasquez footwork.
Yeah. So pretty much it was like a Pyrrhic victory for Rivera just to stand straight, because Frank Martin was trying to end that shit in the last couple of rounds.
Yes.
Yeah. I
was like, yo, this nigga heard my prediction.
Yeah, he was trying, like dude put on, stepped on the gas, but Rivera hung in there tough. So Martin definitely arrived, and he was mad humble about it. Like in the interview, he was like, "Oh yeah, I want to face everybody. This, I want to face Tank. I want to face." And he gave the the usual interview and stuff like that. But he was mad humble about it, So it was just like
He's ready for the top guys.
Yeah, because and then with Rivera, Rivera was already like super high in terms of his rankings. So,
next basically, like it's crazy how Colbert and Rivera just kind of the 2 niggas that had next this year. One lose in the beginning of the year, and the other one lose at the end.
And also, how about this? Frank Martin opened up the year on the pay-per-view with the Ruiz pay-per-view preliminaries, but now he's closing out the year. You know what I'm saying? In 12 months.
Progression,
crazy.
Yeah, and funny thing too, because Martin was only ranked by the WBA as number 10. While Rivera is number 2 for WBA.
Yeah, Rivera. I mean, let's be honest. Rivera didn't even have to take this fight. He could have.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
If Rivera was a pussy, he could have just held his position and waited out a title shot. But
wait for the Tank payday.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably gonna be Tank's next payday.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I would have actually heard that his development even more, because it's like you see how he hasn't really fought anyone who really took it to Frank Martin. I mean, really took it to him like Frank Martin. Right. Skill wise, talent wise, it's like, and most people with just the eye test going on, like, you're not gonna really put Frank Martin over Tank.
It's a good performance when literally Frank Martin's getting matched up with everybody.
Yeah. I've seen that too, and rightfully, I mean, 135 is never short on any talent. Like, they pop up. It's just more or less trying to get them to fight each other.
To me, there's no reason why 2023 we shouldn't see Frank Martin versus Isaac Cruz. No reason why we should.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I need to see some like matchups for real. And it's funny about the Frank Martin shit because I see the tweet where somebody was like, "Man, when's Shakur Stevenson going to fight Frank Martin? Why he ain't calling his name now?" It's Shakur was like, he just won.
Yeah, exactly. It was like,
well, even they were talking about all the time before Keyshawn versus him, but now everybody's like, "No, he's not ready at all." Keyshawn wouldn't be all ready for that.
Yeah, no, I mean, Keyshawn is still too early. I mean, he got him
still way too early.
But it's still a little bit too damn early for him to be in that conversation. But
probably gonna get Frank Martin versus De Los Santos or some shit.
I mean that would be a good fight too. I'd be down.
That's not bad though.
I mean,
he's a good fight.
De Los Santos earned a fight after he knocked off Rayo.
Oh yeah,
he did. He sure as hell did. So yeah, PBC 135. Like I want to see more prospect fight like this at 135. Like they have them. Like, man, I've been critical about Isaac Cruz and how he's been moving. Put Isaac Cruz and Frank Martin in the ring. I want to see that. I want to see Cruz try to to really get the to really live up to the hype that people are giving.
And you know what? I'll add on to that with the Frank Martin and Isaac Cruz. I would like to see some type of shoulder programming added to that. Like I feel like they were trying to try to make Isaac Cruz into like raise his profile. They saw some star potential, and I see like with Frank Martin, with all the skills he possessed, like we need a little extra look at him and what he doing, and I think that would be interesting as far as promo because he like the skills he displayed in that fight were just. Overall, just an overall set of skills. Like if you really respect boxing, he did everything. He showed you how to fight in every way. Like you hardly ever see defensive responsible guys like that coming forward and can fight backwards, punch, aggressive. Like damn,
side to side. Yeah, he's definitely a dude you want to pick on fight night or some shit.
Yeah,
the complete performance because this is the thing. Like. Hector Garcia's performance was great. Don't get me wrong, great performance. But when you kind of look at what he was dealing with, and yeah, he was like an underdog, 5-1, and yada yada yada. Cool. Absolutely. We know. But Chris Colbert hit the track fucking field. He got his Laura on. You know what I mean? So it's like, did Garcia still put hands on him? Yeah, but it's like. So it's like performance of the year. It kind of goes down when it's like the nigga ain't really giving you much to perform against.
Right.
So it's like, okay. So, but it's still a top 5 performance though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I was seriously impressed. Like, I think everyone was giving Frank, and that's why I like to say like pros and everyone was giving him mad props for it because they realized because that was an official beating. And then another thing I definitely want to bring up too in regards with Rivera, like just because Rivera got outclassed doesn't mean that he was a bum. That's another thing because there was some of that was going around, and I did like to see people like actually defend like no, that was not. Like say this is the reason why people would be like that's the reason why they don't take this fight like that because people like you would go criticize them for taking a fight that's good for the development or it's good for the trajectory. And you're trying to make jokes about them or saying that they're
especially when he kept fucking trying when he hung in, he could have quit, he could have fucking fouled, Dude, he could have ran his ass like Colbert did.
Yeah.
So when people were getting at Colbert, I didn't really say nothing. I was like, well, hey, nigga, that's the game. But Rivera, nah, like y'all gotta chill on that shit. Like,
yeah. That's why zero culture the way it is with boxing.
I had an issue with that, and because people were like, well, he's just another PBC hype job. Who's hyping him up like that? Who was hyping up Rivera to that level? Like, come on.
I mean, we all ain't Broadway, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
we do that like we all turned Dominican.
He was literally on a preliminary 2 months ago. It's not like he's doing a good job, but it's not like we were hyping him up like he was the next big thing.
Yeah, you know what it is? Motherfuckers be on this shit when it comes to PBC fighters. When a PBC fighter is active, they already just in their head, they're like, y'all hyping him up. But then on the next sentence, y'all be like, man, when Jamal Tarlo gonna fight? Like, PBC don't be keeping nobody active. Nigga, Danny Garcia fought once this year, and it's like, nigga, like, you hear yourself. Like, which one fucking is it? Is it Black Girl lost or Shorty owe you for ice? Like,
Word.
Rivera started getting guys like Cruz and Rivera and them. So PBC started putting them on shows, and they're getting knockouts, looking good like they're supposed to, having engaging conversations and interviews and doing the promo run like they're supposed to. And then it's y'all hyping these niggas up. Why y'all hyping them up? Oh man, he ain't. Yo, chill. Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Like, literally, like what? Like, what y'all want?
Right, either he gets attention or he doesn't get any attention, and you're wondering who the fuck is he, that type of shit. So it's like damn if you do, damn if you don't, But Rivera did. I mean, like I said, this was the type of fight that it was near like two young contenders. What was that? Was that word you guys could fight pretenders and contenders or whatever the fuck?
A prospender.
Prospender.
I mean, but they're really contenders. I mean, Frank Martin's, the kind of hot guy. Pause right now.
I mean, he top 10 at lightweight now, maybe like top 7.
He's knocking on top.
He's right outside the top 5.
He's literally right outside it. I mean, like really. I mean,
who you pick? All right, fuck it, let's go, nigga. Let's go, nigga.
Shakur Haney.
Well, no, I'm not picking.
Haney, fucking Frank Martin.
Shakur ain't even fought at 135 yet, so I can't put him at 135.
But you're gonna push Shakur over him, honestly. So.
Nah. Haney. Who wins? Haney versus Frank Martin next, right now. Who wins?
I would favor Haney, but Frank would give him a really good fight.
Yeah, Frank might crack. I'll pick Haney.
Frank would beat.
I don't know, man. I'm about to pick Frank.
Frank would beat Loma.
Wait, Frank would.
Man, Frank would stop Loma.
No, how about Jermaine Ortiz versus Frank?
I think Frank stops Jermaine.
Oh,
god damn, that's a good fucking fight though.
Yeah, he'll probably stop him late because I didn't like. I mean, just the fact that Ortiz kind of gassed.
Well,
like,
I mean,
hard.
Jermaine should be at 140. But
yeah, he's a big 135. Yeah.
See, that's
all right, let me.
Yeah, lightweight.
Frank Martin versus Rolly.
Oh, he stops Rolly.
Yeah.
And Rolly's moved up to 140.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rolly has nothing for Frank Martin other than this caveman.
He's the favorite to fight Puello.
I thought
that happened. Damn it! I'm gonna lose money.
I thought Gary.
He's gonna lose money. Sorry.
Damn it! No, Gary better take that damn fight. I can't
we need Gary. We need Gary to take that fight. We need Gary.
Yeah, because I don't want Joel getting at me talking about because I know I'm gonna lose that fucking bet.
Damn, but Rolly ain't bad in that matchup.
I think Puello outboxes him, but.
Fuck. Let's not put that evilness in the air because we can't. 2023 Pat does not lose.
This is the thing, Rolly. You need a person who's going to fight Puello. Like, is better than someone who's going to try to outbox him. That's why I said like Rolly's in that fight. Like, it's not something I don't look at that fight as like your money is completely gone type shit. Like yeah, but your money still got a chance.
Well, I guess for me, I rate Puello higher than Mariñez, and we already saw Mariñez outbox Rolly, so I don't think Puello would have any trouble outboxing him either. But
I try not to put any fights that are that unpredictable. I try not to put money on them, and that's when Rolly is no.
Don't put money on it, then. Like, damn.
I know, right?
No, nigga. If that happens,
He ran his mouth already.
Yeah, I ran. Broadway Joel's gonna.
And then you got to remember, if y'all got to look at the business side of that shit in some of these matchups, because doing this podcast let me learn how, like, not even learn, but just realize that some matchups, you know, if it's close enough and it goes a distance, and then Rolly with his stature, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a rough fight and Rolly gets some good licks in and shit, and Puelo's not really convincing with the boxing like that, who knows, like, what decision that may come up with.
Yeah, it might be. That's what I'm saying. It's not one of those unpredictable. I want to be able to talk shit to someone, and I'm confident that they can beat Puelo. I can't do that with Rolly.
You can't. Rolly, you be going in there with the whole unpredictable, like, like, I mean, he got a puncher's chance.
He wants to deal with the safe bet.
Yeah, he want to deal with the Rivera versus Frank Martin type bets.
Listen, I think anyone can beat Puelo, but Rolly isn't one of them. That's the problem. That's my. I hope that doesn't come. I just hope that that the one that angry fist, the 140 Gary Russ, gets the shot, and then
I thought that was locked in, but I thought that was locked in.
Yeah, but I can't have Rolly needs to stay the fuck away. Like I can't have him. He won't make me lose my money. God damn it, no sir.
Damn.
But 135 though. Like I said, 135 is popping right now. We just need to make sure that these cats fight more. Like we need to have more Frank Martin, Michel Rivera fights, and both fighters.
They tried to call it a dead division because somebody picked up all the belts, huh?
Yeah, no, it's not a dead division because like most people don't want to face Haney, like and I've already.
It's the opposite of 140. One person collected all the belts, and everybody's like, "Fuck it, let's fight each other to prove that we could get him."
Right.
135 niggas is like, one guy got all the belts. Fuck it, let's not fight each other or him.
Yeah, let's fight for the GameStop belt or have in the air because it's more important than than being the man in your division. Like like a couple someone from Golden Boy and then another person from PBC. But that's a whole other argument. But lightweight has more than enough fucking talent. They can do. I
know that Golden Boy nigga better be somebody that's at 160.
You're right.
Yeah, good luck with that.
But I was easily Rivera, Martin. Both guys, have my hats off to them. They put it on the line, and somebody zero had to go, and it was Rivera's. And Rivera, we just hope that Rivera can learn from this loss. Don't let it break his spirit or anything like that. I admit though, I did laugh about the memes, like now it's time for dude to get a Caesar now to cut the lead to Muhammad Ali.
I hope he'll bounce back and seeing how he improved. Just it's English and just seeing him improve over the years. I think he'll improve. He'll grow from this. He'll be back.
We hope
this was his Doug Jones performance.
Yep, he'll grow. And shout out to my guy Broadway Joel. He had an interview with Michel Rivera after the fight, and it was some heavy stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty deep. Go watch
that. I saw it. That shit got like 40K views. Like that
it was on some like dark side of the ring shit, but for boxing. Like,
damn, what the fuck they was saying?
Like, you could tell like Rivera was just really upset and just really distraught, and it was just like, he was broken. Like you could tell it was a guy that like gave it his all, and it was just like, damn. Like
I wasn't.
He was just really distraught about the whole thing. Like it was kind of depressing. But what I'm saying. I think Rivera will bounce back. But
this guy.
If he feels that bad, he's gonna have to put that energy into improving. So, but at least he know he lost because we see niggas get their ass open. It's like, no, just excuse that excuse.
Mm-hmm. No, he didn't make it. He didn't make any excuses. You know what I'm saying? He owned it. And he's just got to bounce back, but it's just like, damn.
That's that character though. Like he sounds like he got good character. Like he'll bounce back. Like I don't think this is a T.O. situation where we're like,
Oh, yeah, that's a whole nother story altogether. But yeah, yeah, I get it.
In a different book, right?
Yeah, it's a whole different book. Not ready to open that one yet.
Right. So yeah, but Rivera. I mean, like I said, as long as he keeps good people in this camp, and he has his family, holds him down, then yeah, he'll be good. Like he'll recover. So, but yeah, that was a really good main event of like I said, of an entertaining card. Like the co-main.
Did you see anybody? I was gonna say, did you see any of the other fights?
Yeah,
I saw the whole card.
Yeah, the co-main actually was a slugfest. Like I think Uzkateki and Shishkin.
I like that kid Shishkin. Like,
yeah, they were throwing heat.
Yeah, he had some slickness with him. Like,
Sugar Hill's a trainer.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like you could tell. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like he was like a part of me wish he had more power because he was putting so many hands on Uzkateki that. I'm like, damn, you ain't stop him yet? Like,
it wasn't for a lack of effort. I'll tell you that.
The hell nah. That's what I'm like. It gotta be something with the power because maybe I don't think he was putting his weight behind a lot of the shots, but he gave him like almost a Joe Kawasaki ass whooping in a way.
Yeah, but Uzkateki ate all them shits. I'm talking about all of them, and he was landing on Shishkin because he shook up Shishkin. He was giving a lot in the second half of the fight, but those cats, they were throwing heat at each other. I was like, okay, this is what it is. Like I actually thought it would actually drop off in like performance, but like no,
they were working hard for that Morel fight.
I was gonna say a Shishkin Morel fight would be fun for as long as it lasts.
Yeah, facts.
That one ain't lasting the whole 12, but it'll be fun for as long as it does last.
Yeah,
it's not a bad fight. I actually want to see that.
Well, I mean, see, this is what we talked about. That's the kind of fight that Morel should be having at this point in his career.
Yeah, look, if he want to fight Benavidez, he better have that type of fight.
Yeah.
If you want to fight the Andrades and the Caleb Plants and the Charlos, then yes, exactly what we talked about. Like, dudes got to start taking like productive fights, like progressive productive fights. You don't want to be. Because some dudes, they have the talent where they could take those fights late and still pull through.
Right.
You don't want to be fucking 30 fights in and you're like finally fighting Vince Phillips or some shit. Like,
right.
like Ricky Hatton. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But like I said, some people that work out because he had the talent. Some people get that far and they would have ate one of them right hands and been done.
Right. Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like we've seen it, so yeah, like you absolutely right. I want to see more better. And it's funny you say that, KP, because fucking I spoke to my sister this morning and because she was asking me like regular life shit. Then she was like, "Hey nigga, so you seen that Frank Martin card?" Like, like man, that's the type of matchups I want to see from now on. Like. No more of these damn career mode shits next year. Like, I need like 50-50, like, I don't know who's going to win fights. And I'm like, yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
that helps boxing. If it ain't 50-50, 60-40, like, I got at least, somebody has to, I got to know that both guys got a chance of winning. I don't need an unpredictable, like, I don't need to be talking up a nigga like how I was talking up Rolly for the fight earlier.
Yeah, your sister is absolutely positively right. Yeah,
she's right, but it's not going to play out like that. But she's right nonetheless.
Yeah,
it never plays out like that. Nigga be like, all right, we'll give you Frank Martin versus Cannon Fodder Joe. Here, there you go. Yeah.
And one thing I was really like amazed about because Uzkateki, they're saying that his last fight. The nigga was fighting at 200 pounds, and he was able to cut. I mean, he cut his weight down all the way to 167, and this guy's coming off fucking the PED shit. So it's like, it's like that's something to actually do, And I mean, hopefully he does come up clean because it would be fucked up if he. I mean, if he popped 30, it would make a lot of things. A lot of things would make sense because how many punches he ate.
He was eating them like Scooby somehow.
Yeah, with no effect. But I mean, I think the judges. I mean, I mean, I know two of the judges had it like 9-3. I know one of the judges had it 7-5. And truthfully, I could see that 7-5 a little bit in a way too.
8-4, yeah. It's about. I mean, it was competitive, but I mean, Shishkin won.
Yeah, Shishkin won for damn sure.
Shishkin definitely won. I can see, I can see 7-5, 8-4. Like,
yeah.
I had it.
Even the 9-3 ain't too bad because the amount of fades.
Yeah, Shishkin was landing was ridiculous, but Usukiki wasn't no slouch. Like Usukiki was rocking dude back, so it wasn't totally one sided. Just like I said, it was just a good slugfest for 12 rounds, and really that's against someone who's trying to rebuild his reputation, and then a guy who's trying to come up at 168, because they both want that morale fight. So either way, I'm not mad at any of these guys now. So.
See, but you know what? This is what PBC. I feel like there's some PBC nigga in the cut that be listening to us because we've been telling these niggas for like the last 2 years that PBC needs to do a better job of developing their B-sides and their opponents.
Right.
And we were saying that when they seemed like they was getting Rivera ready for Tank, and we're like, okay, maybe y'all should put him on the same card. This, that, and then they gave him this fight. Like King P said, like he didn't really have to take that fight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the rest is history. With I like this with Ukateki and Shishkin. It's like they both got something to fight for, and then you got the hot prospect stud out there in the division that's like looking for development fights, and voila! Like, look,
right?
It's like niggas is auditioning to go to the next level, and they need to keep that going. Hell, even the first fight of the card was good.
Yeah, the first fight
that was a good card, honestly.
Oh yeah, Astro Boy, the guy that beat Rigo, he made mashed potatoes out that dude, right?
Yeah, Podopov and Astrolabia. Yeah, Astrolabia, that was a really good fight. But one thing that Podopov they kept mentioning, like, dude was coming off a 17-month layoff, so that was tough. He probably should have not taken that fight with Astrolabia.
All I know is Filipinos finally got one because it's been a down year.
Yeah, no, but
y'all started the year with Masago and.
Yeah, we would. That was the only win we had.
Yeah.
We lost everything in between, man. 10 months.
Yeah, that was.
I predicted that one too. Damn, that LB cat knows his boxing.
That was a robbery though, but I'm gonna hold my tongue.
There was no fucking robbery. He beat damn Turbo Fist, nigga. Stop.
No, he beat him. He barely beat him, but he beat him.
Barely beat him.
Hey.
But yeah,
a win's a win. He know he beat that nigga. That's Turbo Fist's fault for not taking him seriously because he fought like a nigga. He had a Mikey Garcia performance. He fought like a nigga who could have won that.
He had one arm the whole fight. Like
he was one arm. That wasn't like he wasn't like two armed. I'd be irritated if that was the case, but nigga had.
He only needed one arm to sign the contract. He knew. That's why I said he shouldn't have underestimated him.
This nigga said
he only needed one hand to sign the contract. So if you got both hands, if you got only one hand going into the fight and you sign the contract, I mean, that's the game, right?
I know that's the game, nigga. I know that's the game, nigga. But it's still a sore spot because because of the way it went down, though. But it is what it is. My nigga will be back. But Astrolabio though, Astrolabio will be a fun fighter, especially now if Monster does go to 122. And that was an eliminator for the IBF. So I
don't mind that fight. Niggas talking about a Fulton. Nah, fuck that. Let me get that because this dude kept gooning every time he knocked dude down. Like he was really trying to earn like Pacquiao respect with that birthday KO.
Dude was on some goon. Yeah, Podopov though, like I said, he tried though, but every time he got hit with some power shot, dude was moonwalking, moonwalking, and then falling like in these weird ways. Like he tried though, but I think it was just too much firepower.
He tried and he was in the fight. He landed some good shots. At one point, he was backing dude up. It's just, I think the conditioning in him. Not really. Sometimes it's the conditioning where if you're not used to taking punches, it's like when you start taking real good shots, it's like your body's like, oh shit, hey nigga, like whoa. Like that's why they say like if you haven't boxed and sparred in a while, you can't jump in there and spar someone hard. Like nah, like you gotta ease into it. And yeah, the way he jumped into this fight, woof.
Yeah, and that's why I said, because he said he was laid off, like, you know, he had a 17-month layoff. So I'm like, yeah, that he might have needed one of those fights, you know, at least to ease him back into the shit. Yeah, again, pretty much. He pretty much he quit, but he quit because he just simply he didn't have it, because he was just like, his condition wasn't where it needed to be, and dude was either that or dude was gonna body him for real. So. Yeah. So it was a business decision, but at least we realized what it was, you know. Because Podomatic, like I said, you know, we mentioned before, like, dude should have gotten the victory over Joshua Greer like some years back and gotten his title shot, you know. But you know,
and that's why we shit on these judges so much, because they literally play with people's lives. Like, you got so many boxers who careers would be in a different place if it just went their way like it was supposed to.
Right. You know, and that was definitely one of them damn fights. And, you know, Podomatic, like, had been in, like, hell, like, has been in career hell ever since. And so it was good. I was low-key rooting for him to at least to try to get the win, to get set up to at least get his title shot. But yeah, I think dude's gonna have to rebuild again. You know, and
we don't know if he'll ever get to this level again. Like, we saw what happened with Dennis Hogan.
Right.
They literally hold him out.
Yeah, like, once they're like, oh shit, like, this motherfucker arguably beat fucking Munguia, and then they put him
give him some killers now.
Yeah, they put him in the ring with fucking for the middleweight title, no less. You know, they against fucking
they hold him out. They hold Hogan out.
Yeah.
Which is sad, because at least let him become a world champion if you're gonna hold him out. Like, that's my whole thing. At least if you're gonna hold a dude out, let his career let him be able to tell his family, his kids, his career. Let us be able to Google him and Wikipedia this motherfucker, and that shit says former junior middleweight champion.
Yeah, exactly.
At least that. Like, oh my god, like, at least that. That's all I'm saying. But whatever, boxing be boxing.
Yeah, no, but like I said, all three fights though were entertaining. Like, this is one of those Showtime cards that you wish that. The ratings from the preliminary ratings, you know, doesn't look too good in terms of viewership. You know, I'm pretty sure we'll probably get the official like numbers tomorrow, something like that.
Holidays and this shit needed more promotion. Like, I felt like the fans and Spence promoted this fight more than anything.
Right. Yeah, especially Spence. Spence was like, man, let's fuck all this bullshit with me and Crawford, man. Yo, watch this Frank Martin and Michel Rivera. And he was right. Like, I commend him for that too, because Floyd don't even do that for his own fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, and honestly, like, I respect Spence so much for that shit, because it's like, that's your man. That's supposed to be the little bro in the gym. He's training with you, and y'all got the same trainer, and you know, you want him on your level, and you're actually promoting. It's like you said, a lot of dudes don't do that for their own fight. Like, Broner is about the only dude I can remember who would speak so highly and tell you about, like, oh, okay, you know, Rushy Warren's fighting, you know, that's the big bro. Like, hey, Robert Easter's fighting, you know, that's the little bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where all the love y'all niggas say y'all got for each other, and I'm glad I saw it from this angle. Like, saw it this time. Like,
right, yeah. Yeah, Spence should definitely go. You know, big ups to Spence on that one. Like, that was
salute Spence.
And then also put PBC, like I said, Showtime. Like, I mean, hopefully 2023, whatever PBC is going through in terms of, you know, in terms of where they need to air these cards, hopefully they get that shit straightened out, because we need more Showtime cards like that, and maybe you know, bleed over into any Fox cards, non pay-per-view Fox cards. That is, you know,
and put them in different markets, yo. Like,
yeah.
Stop at these random Street Fighter random select background select stages and shit. Like,
Florida, you know, they actually hit Florida. It's just my area. They
dude, like, don't get me started on this. They actually hit Florida. Hitting Florida once or twice every 5 years ain't enough. Mm-hmm. When half the boxers you promote are from fucking Miami.
Yeah.
Like, give me a break with this shit. Like, dude, like, there's so many fucking Dominicans down here. Like, Rivera should be like a household name down here.
Word.
It literally fucking hit up this damn Dominican food truck the other night. I forgot the name. I gotta post it in the stories and shit when I get off the grid. But
word,
food was good. They killed it. I'm like, damn, y'all niggas is running the food truck game and boxing. Like, hold on. But then I must have gave it too much credit because then Rivera lost, the next night. But
yeah, get the mango and all that stuff. Yeah, for Dominican food. Dominican food is banging on the low. You know what I'm saying? I love that.
It is. Niggas don't talk about it. I feel like that's the. Like, I don't know. They talk more about their women than their food. And it's like...
Word.
Like, y'all could prop up both. Like, this shit's feeling like Floyd Pacquiao. Like, nah. Floyd, he ducking. Nah, Pacquiao ducking. He ain't ducking. Like, nah, they both great, nigga. Shit. Like... I almost want to say Dominican burritos are better than Mexican.
You know what? I don't think I've ever had a Dominican burrito, but I think I might.
I might have to say it though.
I might have to try it out. I might have to go to my Dominican spot and get that. That's a bold statement, but I have to respect it because it's coming from a knowledgeable place, so I might have to try that.
Yeah, I mean, it's damn good to me, but yeah. This is a good card. I don't think there's much to say else on it. Hopefully we get more of them. Shit.
Yeah, indeed too. So, one last.
Hold on. Do we have any comments or anything? I haven't been able to because I'm on a different.
No, we have not. We have not. Trust me, I would have mentioned it. People have been watching.
Where y'all niggas at?
People have been watching on and off, but yeah, no one has commented anything yet.
Yeah, I guess niggas is used to that Monday. Like that Tuesday just hit different.
Yeah, that's true. And that holiday shit's probably hitting everybody in different ways. I'm not even surprised.
Holiday, I gotta make it to heaven because I'm going through hell.
Yeah, classic.
And we talk boxing because what we sell.
Hey,
all right, let's go.